Ahoy, I'm Ben. I've been a creative director for about 6 years, some of which was spent at eBay before I left in 2019. I was inspired to start an agency that would help business owners with their marketing campaigns, so no matter how big or small their budget. So I started a traditional agency working with clients one-on-one to create effective campaigns that would grow their businesses. However, budgetary and capacity constraints made it difficult to grow my agency beyond a couple of retained clients. I focused on helping business owners determine how much marketing budget they would need to scale their business through graphic design. I started hiring team members, beginning with freelancers in Sydney and eventually expanding internationally. Then as we know it, COVID hit in 2020, which means our big retainers were the most impacted, and so my business was collateral damage. I needed to borrow money to keep my staff on payroll and the business going. The emotional damage I sustained at the time was significant. I even had to go to therapy. I felt like I was at rock bottom, burnt out, and trying to fix business issues whilst my health worsened. So I felt so close to failing that I thought about giving up many times. But then I remembered why I started 55 Knots in the first place. Despite the challenges, I kept pushing forward. And eventually, when I decided to turn my life around, I knew I had to turn this fear of failure into fuel. I read a couple of books on how to be successful and become a badass at making money, and decided failure was never going to be an option for me because, as author Jen Sincero says, the thoughts, beliefs and emotions we don't consciously reject, we unconsciously accept. So I realized I needed to show up on social media to remind people about what we do and to be constantly seen, even if it was just organically. I learned you must stay in people's minds even if now isn't the right time for them, because tomorrow might be. For marketing nerds, this is just good old brand awareness. We started focusing 100% on our productized agency model through COVID. This model allowed me to create more freedoms with time, money and my health. I'd always been curious about business and how it worked. I've tried many times and failed many more in my life, but recently I've discovered that I love the challenge of solving problems and making things run more efficiently. When I started 55 Knots, I was excited to put all my skills gathered at eBay and past values to work and make a good go of it. However, as time passed, I realized that running a business was not as easy as people made it out to be. There is stiff competition, clients to find, and endless obstacles to overcome. But instead of being discouraged, I focused on finding solutions. I fell in love with the challenge, my staff, and I'm proud of what we're accomplishing together. Through thick and thin, 55 Knots continues to thrive. Whenever things get tough, I remind myself why I love this industry so much. The challenge, the opportunity for growth, the satisfaction of a job well done, these are what keep me going.